Introducing the 36-inch Naderbury ceiling fan by Hampton Bay, where brilliant design meets everyday comfort. Thanks to quick fit installation, the Naderbury installs 50% faster than standard fans, so you can enjoy a refreshing breeze and modern style in no time. The near-silent DC motor delivers powerful, energy-efficient performance, while the sleek, low-profile flush mount design is perfect for rooms with low ceilings. The integrated dimmable LED light kit features 6 color temperature options, letting you shift from warm white to cool daylight with just the touch of a button. It's damp rated, so it's right at home on covered patios or indoors. And with a full function remote that can even be wired to separate wall switches for independent fan and light power control, the Naderbury gives you total control inside and out. Style, efficiency, and innovation, the Hampton Bay Naderbury ceiling fan is designed to keep you nice and comfortable inside or out. Stay tuned to watch the complete installation video guide. Before starting any electrical project, make sure that the power is turned off at the breaker box and wall switch. You will also need to ensure that the outlet box being used is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If not, you'll need to replace that before beginning. Start by unpacking the box and checking that all parts are accounted for. In the box, you will have the following: 1 slide-on mounting bracket, 1 trim ring, 1 fan motor assembly, 3 blades, 1 light kit pan, 1 LED module, 1 shatter-resistant plastic light shade, and 1 remote and receiver with batteries and mounting hardware included. You'll also have a pack of blade attachment screws. The tools needed for this easy project are wire cutters and strippers, a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, a line voltage tester, electrical tape, and of course a ladder. Before hanging the fan, you'll need to add the decorative trim ring and the remote receiver to the fan assembly. Start by placing the trim ring onto the fan. Make sure that the side with the trim ring with the notches is facing towards the ceiling, and then place the ring over the top of the fan and let it rest on the fan body. Next, place the remote receiver into the top of the fan motor and connect the wiring. Insert the large plug from the receiver into the large plug from the fan, and the small plug from the receiver into the small plug from the fan. The fan attaches to the mounting bracket using 2 screws on either side of the bracket. 2 of the screws will align with a J slot on the fan, and the 2 other screws will align with the standard screw holes on the fan. Before attaching the mounting bracket to the ceiling, you will need to remove and save 2 of the screws from the mounting bracket that will align with the standard screw holes, and then loosen but not remove the 2 other screws that will align with the J slots. When looking at the bracket, you will loosen the screw on the left side and then remove and save the screw on the right side. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket to make installation easy. The mounting bracket has 2 slots that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. To install the mounting bracket, just align the slots of the mounting bracket with the 2 screws in the outlet box and slide the mounting bracket into place. To install the mounting bracket, first loosen but do not remove the 2 screws in the outlet box. Next, feed the house supply lines through the mounting bracket and align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws that were loosened in the outlet box. Then slide the mounting bracket into place. Then, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten both of the outlet box screws and secure the mounting bracket. Make sure both screws are completely tightened before proceeding. To hang the fan, lift the assembly towards the ceiling. Using the standard screw hole on the fan motor assembly, hang the fan on the hook of the mounting bracket to hold it in place while making the wire connections. Do not hang the fan using the J slot as the fan could fall. Only use the standard screw hole when hanging the fan. Begin making the wire connections by taking the green ground wire from the mounting bracket and twisting that wire together with the bare copper wire from the house. This is the ground connection. Complete the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the receiver and connect that wire with the white wire from the house. This is the neutral connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the red wire from the receiver and connect that with the red house wire. This is the light power connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Remember, if you do not have a red wire in the ceiling, you can connect the receiver red wire and black wire to the house black wire. Finally, take the black wire from the receiver and connect that with the black house wire. This is the fan speed power connection. If you do not have a red wire from the ceiling, connect the receiver red wire to the house black wire at the same time. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once the wire connections have been made, lift the fan off of the hook of the mounting bracket and align the J slots of the motor assembly with the screws that were loosened on the mounting bracket. Make sure that all of the wiring is tucked into the motor housing, and then press the fan up and twist to engage the J slots with the loosened screws and hold the fan in place. Next, using the two screws that were removed from the mounting bracket, insert one screw through the standard screw hole in the fan motor assembly and completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Repeat this step for the screw on the opposite side of the fan. Once those screws are completely tightened, tighten the two screws in the J slots. Make sure all four screws are completely tightened before proceeding. To attach the trim ring, align the notches on the top of the trim ring with the four screws at the top of the fan. Push the ring up and twist to engage those screws and lock the trim ring in place. The blades attach to the fan using 3 screws each. The screw holes in the ends of the blade will align with the 3 screw holes on the fan motor. To install the blades, make sure the side labeled "this side up" is facing towards the ceiling, and then slide the blade through the slot in the side of the fan assembly. Once the holes are aligned, start a screw in each of the 3 holes and then completely tighten each screw using a Phillips head screwdriver. Repeat this process for the remaining blades. Make sure all blade attachment screws are completely tightened before proceeding. The light kit pan attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. Those will align with the 3 screws on the black bracket at the base of the fan. Start by using a Phillips head screwdriver to remove and save one of the 3 screws. Then loosen but do not remove the 2 other screws. Next, route the light kit wires through the center hole of the light kit pan. Lift the light kit pan to the fan, aligning the keyhole slots with the loosened screws, then push up and twist to engage those screws and hold the light kit pan in place. Next, using the screw that was removed and saved, insert that screw into the standard screw hole and completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Then completely tighten the 2 other screws. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tightened before proceeding. The LED module attaches to the light kit pan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. Those will align with the 3 screws on the outer edge of the light kit pan. Begin by removing and saving one of the 3 screws. Then loosen but do not remove the 2 other screws. Next, connect the wires from the fan to the wires from the LED module. Lift the LED module up to the light kit pan, aligning the keyhole slots with the loosened screws, then push up and twist to engage those screws and hold the LED module in place. Next, using the screw that was removed and saved, insert that screw into the standard screw hole and completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Then completely tighten the 2 other screws. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tightened before proceeding. The light shade attaches to the light kit using a twist and lock method. There are 3 flat sides on the shade that will align with the 3 small tabs on the inner edge of the light kit pan. Align the flat sides of the shade with those tabs and then press the shade into the light kit pan and twist the shade until it locks in place. To install the wall cradle over a Decora style switch, start by removing the screws from the existing faceplate of the switch. Next, place the wall cradle over the switch and align the screw holes of the wall cradle with the screw holes in the faceplate. Use the flat-ended Phillips screws to secure the wall cradle to the faceplate of the switch. Once the wall cradle is installed, you will still be able to access the switch. Slide the remote into the wall cradle for convenient storage when the remote is not in use. To install the wall cradle over a standard toggle switch, begin by removing the screws from the existing faceplate. Next, place the toggle spacer of the wall cradle over the switch and align the screws of the wall cradle with the holes in the faceplate. Use the flat-ended Phillips screws to secure the wall cradle spacer to the faceplate. Next, place the wall cradle onto the toggle spacer and secure using 2 tapered screws. Once the wall cradle is installed, you'll still be able to access the switch. Slide the remote into the wall cradle for convenient storage when the remote is not in use. Before using the remote, you'll need to insert the batteries that were included. Slide the battery compartment cover off the back of the remote and then insert the batteries according to the diagram inside the battery compartment. Once the batteries are inserted, replace the battery cover by sliding it onto the back of the remote. The fan is controlled by a feature-rich remote control. Press the power button to turn the fan and light on or off. Press the light power button to turn just the light on or off. Press the increase brightness button to increase the light's brightness. Press the decrease brightness button to dim the light. Press the color temperature button to cycle through the light's 6 different color temperature options. Press one of the timer buttons to select either the 2, 4, or 8-hour timer. Press and hold the winter button for 3 seconds to change the fan's direction to produce an upward airflow. This will pull warm air from the ceiling during the colder months. Press and hold the summer button for 3 seconds to set the fan's direction to produce a downward airflow. This will create a cooling effect during the warmer months. Please note that the fan must be on and running before pressing the winter or summer buttons. Once pressed, the fan will slow to a stop and then restart in the opposite direction. Press the fan power button to turn just the fan on or off. Press the speed increase button to increase the fan's speed. Press the speed decrease button to decrease the fan's speed. Press the comfort breeze button to randomly alternate the fan's speed, which creates an organic breeze effect. Press the button again to exit the comfort breeze mode. You can also press any of the fan speed buttons to exit comfort breeze mode. The speed indicator LED lights will illuminate to show the fan's speed. The lights will all illuminate when the other buttons are pushed to confirm the signal is being sent. The remote has been paired with the fan at the factory. If you need to pair the remote, start with the power off at the breaker box or wall switch, then turn power back on, and within 30 seconds, press and release the Learn button in the battery compartment of the remote. Once the remote is paired, the blades will begin to spin. To use a second remote with the fan, repeat this process, but press and hold the Learn button on the second remote for 10 seconds. When starting the fan, you may notice a bit of a stutter or the fan moving back and forth before running normally. This is typical for fans with DC motors. This action is just the DC motor magnets aligning to start the fan. Congratulations, the installation is now complete. Time to kick back with a nice tall beverage and enjoy your new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe. That'll boost the algorithm and help others find the video as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.